Hey, fellow runners! Today I'd like to talk to you about how I improved my marathon time by 35 minutes in 4 months. I went from 4 hours and 11 minutes to 3 hours and 36 minutes. And I've learned 3 lessons. Lesson number 1, make sure you run the marathon in the right shoe. I did not run in the right shoe for my first marathon. In fact, I ran in a trail shoe for a marathon that's on paved roads. And this is why. So the reason I ran in a trail shoe is because that after my first marathon, I just wanted to concentrate on running trails and work my way up to ultra marathons. So I went to a salesperson and they told me to buy the Saucony's Peregrine 12. I think that's how you pronounce Saucony's. I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea. So the reason that was a bad idea is that I didn't even use them on trails. I had to retire them after the marathon because the paved roads, they completely destroy the tread on trail shoes. So there is really no purpose of the trail shoes anymore on trails. So spend that extra money and have one. If you do trails and paved roads, make sure you have one shoe for trails and one shoe for paved roads. And make sure it's the right shoe. Go to a store that has a good refund policy. I actually like to go to REI because they have 60 days for non-members to try out shoes, and you could wear them, use them, do whatever you like, and then bring them back and find the right shoe. I went through 3 different shoes for the roads until I found the right shoe within a month, because I didn't run any roads between the marathons. But then my friend was like, I'm gonna run my first marathon. Can you help me? And I was like, okay. So I got a month to prep. But I've been running trails this whole time. So that's okay. So I found the right shoe in less than a month. Just make sure you try them out as much as you can. All right, lesson number 2. And I can't stress this enough. Mileage. Super important. Before my first marathon, I only ran about 30 to 35 miles a week, which is okay. It's the minimum, it's the bare minimum to do in a marathon training plan. My week consisted of 2 days of short runs and 1 day of long runs, so 3 days. And 1 long run that consisted of about between 15 to 20 miles, with my last long run at 22 miles. Fast forward, I've increased my mileage to 50 to 70 miles a week, about 5 to 6 days a week of running, and my long runs still fairly similar, 16 to 22 miles a week. So mileage is really important. Lesson number 3, speed work. Speed work is very important if you want to increase your pace. It's probably the most important if you want to increase your pace, if you want to increase your marathon pace. Before the first marathon, I didn't even work on my speed. I only worked on my mileage, just trying to increase it, just wanting to finish that 26.2 distance. Which is okay, because finishing is better than not finishing. So for your first marathon, if this is your first marathon, I wouldn't worry too much about speed work. But speed work would make the marathon a lot easier for you. But if you want to improve your time in the marathon, then definitely do speed work. That consists of interval training, fartlek runs, progression runs, threshold runs, tempo runs, and so on and so on. I started doing them, and man, I felt great. I could hold paces at an 8-minute pace for long periods of time on long runs. It's incredible. So these are the 3 lessons that I've learned. Make sure you have the right shoe. Make sure you put a lot of mileage on those legs of yours, and make sure you use speed work to increase that pace. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you want to see some more videos, and I'll see you on my next run.